Good morning, everybody. Danny here with Ground State Tarot. Welcome to the spring equinox, the proper, energetic new year. As we jump into spring, I want to pull some cards to see what spring has in store for anyone who comes across this video. It's time to set some new goals for yourself to take advantage of this momentum. I think despite the chaos in the world, it doesn't impede us from continuing to live authentically and purposefully. So here we go. What is spring ushering in for anybody coming across this video? Let's see. Okay. And here we go. We get the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. A little better light. Yeah, that's better. The Wheel of Fortune. The tide is turning. What a proper card to get as we celebrate and usher in spring. That's beautiful. The only constant is change. Let us sit with that reflection right now as we invite new, fresh air into our lives, into our environments, as we see the blooming, the springing happening around us. Let's invite that cyclical recycling of energy into whatever part of our lives really need to be refreshed. Let's do some internal spring cleaning as well as external spring cleaning, right? It might be time to declutter your external environment while also decluttering your internal environment. So it's time to really allow this wheel to do its work by aligning with the natural time, the divine timing, so to speak, of the changing of the seasons. The one thing that we can always rely on is the constant change, the constant shift. So let's embrace this opportunity of ushering in spring with the Wheel of Fortune energy, understanding that any parts of our lives that have been stagnant, that have been in decay, are now ready to move forward and start blooming anew. Wow, look at that. Psychic. It is time to also realize that when you integrate your opposites, when you learn to balance yourself on the experience of embodying polarities within you without being made off balance, set off balance, as you can see here, this woman balancing, and also, with the dice around her neck, it's really driving home this idea of finding the right balance, right? Again, with this Vesica Pisces image here, between your polarities, so that a third thing can emerge, right? We see this oval shape here emerging from what is the unification of these two opposite circles. So it's time to really appreciate the sense of clarity that one can gain when we align with the cycles, the natural cycles of time in nature, and of our lives by extension. We are part of nature. We are part of those cycles. And let this spring be also a spring awakening, a spring awakening of sorts that allows you to tap into your intuition, into your sense of understanding the patterns in nature, right? We see the compass here. We see the letters that are associated with the, I forget what the esoteric meanings are for these symbols. But what's really being driven home, and we see more symbols and fractals back here, right, in the background. It's letting me know that it's also time for you to open up to the idea of pattern recognition, of some kind of ability to use your intuition, open your third eye, so to speak, to use this time of shifting energy, refreshing energy, to do some spring cleaning energetically also. Do some spring cleaning energetically so that you can really align intuitively with the energy of this wheel of fortune, so that you can know how to apply it organically, apply it intuitively to whatever part of your life is in need of rebalancing or in need of refreshing of a cycle, whether it's work, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, whether it's your relationships, your personal relationships, your intimate relationships. And on the bottom of the deck, what do we get? The Fool. Beautiful, gorgeous energy to start, again, the new energetic year. Spring being a time for us to reconnect with our vitality and our ability to trust fall into our own dreams, knowing that we have our own back because we are the universe. We are interconnected with everyone and everything. We are both the sum of the whole, and we are the individual part as well. Sorry, that came out a little clunky. What I'm trying to say is we are realizing that we are a fractal of the universe, is what I'm trying to say. As an individual, we are an individual expression of the enormity of the universe. And when we realize that, when we really allow ourselves again to trust fall into this feeling of stepping into the unknown, stepping into this new season with a sense of hope, with a sense of awe, and a sense of wonder, informing your alignment with the energy that's happening around you. And to top things off, underneath the sacred symbols, to clarify psychic, we get fire. It is time to rekindle your fire. This is proper because we are entering spring, because we are now in Aries season, and Aries is a fire sign. And so it is time to rekindle the passions in your life, the things that you want to magnetize to you. Reconnect with your sense of will, with your sense of inspiration, with your sense of drive. Let that fire really, really inform and fuel the steps that you take as you leap off this cliff into the unknown of this season, but trusting that your passions and your very powerful intuition will guide you to exactly towards the adventure that your heart mind, and soul absolutely desire.